So for this SP, I watched an episode of Phineas and Ferb. It's a children's show about two stepbrothers who are just looking for fun things to do to fill their time over summer vacation. Overall, the show was better than I expected it to be, but I'm sure if I had kids I'm not sure if I would let them watch it. There's not much educational value in the show, or at least the episode I watched. And there's a lot of sibling animosity between Candace, the older sister, and Phineas and Ferb. There are only two children of ethnicities other than Caucasian, one Indian boy and one Hispanic girl. We need more variety in the ethnicity of characters on children's shows to bust stereotypes that they may be learning. Additionally, the villain of this show has some sort of accent, maybe like Russian, and this is just perpetuating the message of foreigner as bad guy. This show, or at least this episode, didn't have much mature content, anything that was inappropriate, but it also didn't seem to be aimed at younger children with dialogue that I think would go over the heads of many of the younger viewers. So that's how I kind of viewed the show. I think that when the character Buford was talking in the woods alone, I was afraid because he was just all alone and it was kind of dark. And but when he found that giant pink animal, it was called a whale mingo. I was less afraid because the animal seemed nice, but I was confused about what it was. I had never seen that animal before. And it scared me when Phineas and Ferb and their friends saw that they were looking through a telescope and they saw the pink planet coming towards the Earth. And it was really scary when their friends said it would hit the Earth and everyone would die. I wonder if that's going to happen to Earth and to my friends and family and mom and dad. But I liked when the kids saved the Earth by sending the pink planet back to space with their giant spring. It's cool that the kids did that and that they could save the world. But I didn't understand a lot of the parts with the mean Mr. Dr. Doofy was his name, and he's the bad guy. And even he was saying that he was a failure, and what does that mean? I don't really know. I don't really understand a lot of what he says. But I like the show. The sister's always tattling on the brothers, and I know I wouldn't want my brother or sister to tattle on me. I think the structure of the show is good. They have two short episodes within the one episode, and that's good for my younger children who can't follow very long plot lines because their attention span is shorter. This helps them to be able to connect the cause or problem at the beginning with the solution at the end of the short episode. I didn't like some of the lyrics in the theme song, such as the phrase about Phineas and Ferb, the two brothers, planning to annoy their sister, or how their sister is constantly tattling on her younger brothers. I did like how the mom tried to limit the sister's tattling to one tattle a day. At least there was some kind of rule there, but she didn't seem to really enforce it. The mom didn't seem to enforce anything, and the dad was only shown once in the whole episode, so he seemed kind of absent. It wasn't like a co-parenting approach, and I also didn't like how the mother was presented as being ignorant of what her children were doing throughout the whole episode. Overall, though, the show isn't inappropriate in content, but somewhat irritating with all of the tattling and just kind of complaining and such. I think it's a bummer that the opening song of the show claims school is just the thing that ends summer. This doesn't promote excitement about school for viewers, the children. I like the use of the telescope in the episode I watched by Phineas and Ferb and their friends. It promotes boys and girls thinking scientifically and using tools to learn about outer space. Although no parent guidance is shown in the episode, and we know that parent-child dialogue is important in teaching lessons about science and just furthering that knowledge. And it's unrealistic that the children in this episode find some kind of milkshake bar on a planet that they look at in space, and another planet full of these animals called whale mingos. It's a cross between a whale and a flamingo. But at least it does promote that imagination and creativity, although it's an unrealistic portrayal of space, and we really need more of that scientific literacy for children. And so, more realistic portrayal of space might have been a better approach, maybe an asteroid coming towards Earth, and but also in a less dramatic and frightening way for the children.